All right, so it is October today. Wow, so crazy. Um, we're gonna go through the team calendar, just kind of go over what's going on this month, and then I'll just run you guys through the challenge we have going on this month as well. And then it's just kind of an open forum. Like I loosely had a topic to kind of talk about how to stay on track through the holidays. I think that this time of year, um, for some people, the busyness makes it easy to kind of stick to our routines we've developed. But I think also it can be super challenging when you see people you might not see in a while, or, just kind of thinking about how the holidays and what to anticipate in your routine and what has worked in the past for some of us. I figured it'd be a good time to share those tricks and tips. And then also for all of us that are partners, reminding your team that these calls are available. I know it can be a little frustrating in the beginning when it's like no one's showing up, but I'm proud of you guys for showing up because we set the tone and the pace for what we expect in our community. So I would just say, as we bring on new challengers and we reconnect with other challengers that maybe have fallen off, reminding them that this is a tool and resource, and I really see this growing into 2024 as being a place of community to connect. So proud of you guys for being here and excited to see these continue to grow. I think a lot of it is just like training our team's mind that it's even here and what it's for and how it can help them. So would encourage all of you to continue to share about it and make sure you connect with your girls about it. So I'm going to just share my screen real quick. So I posted the October calendar at the top of the hub. It's pinned, so it's always there. All of our links are there. The link for tonight's call is there, and then also the link for the Tuesday partner call. It's a bonus call for extra training is there, as well as our BOD group link is there. So opening this up a little bit larger. We'll have a community call tonight. We have our game day challenge that's kicking off today, and that will go through the end of the year, but each month is broken down. So say you have a new friend joining in the middle of October, they can still be a part of it. And I'll run through how we're going to kind of operate that. But tomorrow starts all the new body blocks, as well as the super block. And so every month we're going to have a message pod on Instagram. If you'd like to be a part of this challenge, you need to be in that message pod, because I'll be sharing a Google Drive every single week for people to add their points. So we'll go through the challenge and how you can add points and stuff like that. We'll see how it goes for October, and if there's any feedback that might work better, that we can calculate things, open to that. But that will kick off officially. Yes, October prize is the team tank top. So Allie and I will be picking 2 winners each month. But you have to be in the message pod and you have to be in the BOD group, and you have to log your own points because we're all adults here. And sorry, I don't have time to log all of your points. All right, so that kicks off. You can start earning points as of today. We have team calls for partners that are bonus trainings on Tuesdays, and then of course every other week on Sunday nights at this time we have community calls and partner training calls. Those are open to the entire community. Next week's call is going to be run by Rachel and Allie, since I will be at my best friend's wedding, so literally on a Sunday. Otherwise I would log on and be here. Just letting you guys know ahead of time. Some other things going on this month. If you're in the Philly area or you have challengers in the Philly area, I'm doing a 9th anniversary celebration on the 14th. We're doing team photos, and that's going to be a really fun day. And then also on the 17th, Snickerdoodle Shakeology will be launching, and that's something that will be added to the monthly bundle that's new that we talked about last month as an option, I would assume on the 17th. So just something exciting. It's only a seasonal flavor, so it's only available for a limited time. And that's something that we can, share in our groups moving forward. And then we will have a Halloween free group beginning on the 20th to lead into Halloween week. So that is what's going on for the month. Do you guys have any questions or anything else to add? All right. So I wanted to also talk about the challenge. Let's see, media. This is how I always go and find stuff, just so you guys know, in the hub. All right, can you see that okay? Cool. So October challenge, I guess I should do the intro one first. So it's going to be a challenge that goes from October to December. October giveaway is team tank tops. November will be giving to a charity of the winner's choice, which we do every single year. December will be a gift card to your favorite store because it's the holidays, and I know we often don't do things for ourselves, so I figured that'd be a fun thing. And then we'll pick an overall winner that will get $100 towards a product of their choice, which I think is pretty cool. So this is something that, you know, if you have friends that are interested in joining, or, you know, you're trying to get back on track, this is an incentive to do the damn thing and stay consistent through the holidays. So how do you earn points? Like I said, you have to be in the Instagram message pod. So if you're not, message me and I'll add you, or your coach. And you have to be in the bod group. So you have to make sure that you're sharing your activity with the group. Otherwise, we can't see that your points are backed up by what you share. But there will be a Google Drive with your name on it and like all of these options to earn points. So you'll have to remember throughout the week which ones you add. So I would encourage those of you participating, maybe making a note in your phone, because I don't remember what I did like an hour ago sometimes, and just keep a tally of your daily points for yourself. Look, it's honor system. I'm not going to be like, you know, all up on you like a military person, but if you didn't like share 3 recipes, you shouldn't be logging 9 points for that, right? So let's like just be adults and we can do that for ourselves. So you can earn a point for logging your workout and Shakeology in the bod group. 1 point for each, of course, separately. If I didn't make it clear on here, you guys have questions about it, you can put it in the chat. You can earn up to 3 points for making a recipe and sharing it in the hub. So that would be per recipe. Shouting out a friend that inspires you in the hub, sharing why you love a certain product in the hub. Obviously, I don't want you to go share like, you know, 5 times in one day per se, but like, let's just, hopefully I don't have to say these things, but you guys know what I mean. 5 points for each new badge earned. So if you complete a new program, new nutrition program, you level up in like how many Shakeologies you've had, any of those. 5 points for finishing a book a month. So again, that's something you'll have to do on your honor system, and you can earn that once a month. 5 points for weekly progress photos posted each week. So you can earn 5 points each week. 5 points for sharing an Insta story of your Glow Juice and tagging your coach. So that would be 5 points for doing it 4 times. Hopefully that's clear, right? So if you do it 4 times a week, you earn the 5 points for the week. And then 10 points for joining the Zoom gym 4 times per week. Same thing. You'll earn the 10 points once a week if you go down 4 times. Again, honor system, because I'm not on there 24/7. So it would be nice for you to tag your coach and do a little photo, put it on Instagram. The idea behind all of these things is to not keep our journeys to ourselves. You know, I think a lot of times we get stuck, or I see my challengers who are more participatory and more in the community things. They are the ones that stay with me, that stay consistent, that stay on the journey, that are here for years to come. So all of these activities are based on 9 years of me just kind of watching from afar and seeing, okay, why is that person still here and why are they still working on their goals? And it's because they're doing these things. They're picking a program every month. They're leaning into personal development. They're taking their progress photos and posting them. They're making new recipes and open to trying new things. All of these activities are based in helping you be the most consistent on your health and wellness journey, which is what we're all here to do. And then the last way to earn 10 points is having a friend join the team. So that would be connecting them with your coach, or, you know, maybe this is a time for you to consider being a partner yourself and being an affiliate that shares what they love. So I thought this was a fun way to also just like share beyond ourselves. This is a season of giving, and we are all in this community because we love it. And so I think it's just a really great way to not keep it to ourselves while also holding ourselves consistent to the activities. Cool. All right, so any other chats? Yes. All right, so Laura, Danielle can add you to the chat, or let me know what your handle is and I'll add you to it. All right, so as far as tips and tricks for the holidays, we can open this up and we can keep it short and sweet. What have you guys seen over the last year, maybe during a holiday or seeing family, that has been helpful for you? I know Rachel's been around for a couple holidays now, and you probably have some insights as to what has helped you stay on track this time of year. And I know I got you mid-bite with your mug cake.
Well, recently it's been hard just to stay on track around family because they want to feed me a lot, and just make sure I'm taken care of and I don't have to like do anything for myself. So that's helpful, but it's also hindering because sometimes they have different mindsets on food than I do. What I remember from last Thanksgiving, well, last Thanksgiving I didn't go out because I was pregnant. The one before that, is just be mindful about your plate. Like I follow Portion Fix. Obviously, that's really hard to do during Thanksgiving. You don't bring your containers with you to your family gatherings, but you know how much your hand is. Like that's about a cup is how much you can hold in your hand. And then like you go from there sizing wise. And just be mindful of your plate. And if you need to like refresh on stuff, you might want to try like looking at the mindset, to be mindset, and look at what the plate is supposed to look like for dinners or for lunches to kind of like still stay on plan with being inside of what you want to do for your body and your results. I know it's not usually like you don't jump ship for your nutrition plans, but at least for holidays, just be mindful. You know, you've had a lot of carbs for the day. I wouldn't keep drinking alcohol. You know what I mean? Like, cause those are all carbs in general. Be mindful about your alcohol. I know some of us just did the gut health and know how you feel right now versus if Thanksgiving comes around and you're pounding a whole bottle of wine, like you don't want to do that. So be mindful about like how you feel when you're on nutrition and 100% or like 95%, and then remember how you feel when you're not on your plans and you're not sticking to it. It feels very different, and you don't want to be that person who's grumpy and sleepy and groggy during the holidays. You want to be present, you want to be intentional with your time and your family. So that's kind of like my 2 cents, I guess, with nutrition. I suck at nutrition. I'm getting better at nutrition. I'm changing my words. um, and I mean, if you have little kids, it's hard. It is hard to stick to nutrition because you want them to eat. So they see you eat. Um, so anyways, yeah, that's my little 2 cents. Just be mindful and know what's good and what's not. And if my mom taught me this because she's really strict on her food and intake. If you know there's not going to be certain options that you would prefer to stick on plan, bring one. Like my mom doesn't eat carbs. She counts her carbs. She'll count out almonds, like 5 almonds, and then that's it. Like she's very mindful of her carb intake. And so pretty much anytime they have a potluck or something, she brings fruit and veggies because she knows I can eat fruit and veggies. I'm going to be able to eat that. So whatever else is there, like I'll have to pick through, but I know I can bring this. And she'll bring deli meat and just have carrots on hand. Like she'll bring stuff that she can eat. So if you're bringing stuff to a family, like plan it in advance. Maybe look at some recipes. I've been pulling out some like casserole recipes for like the holidays that are gut approved, like the gut plan approved. So you can make stuff that looks like the traditional things, but it's healthy. So just open up your box of like what you can eat at the holidays to more than just the traditional things that we think of off the top of our head. So
Love it.
but you need some help. I'm going to be sharing some casserole recipes in November. So be looking for that.
Laura, Danielle, do you guys want to share anything, when you've had different family events or things that have helped you stay committed?
My biggest thing is I just have a hard time with nutrition, period. Like, I don't I don't know. I try really hard, but like right now my son is having a hard time eating healthy foods. So like I don't want to fix different foods for him because then my daughter's going to be like, "Oh, well, if, I don't he don't eat that, then she's going to fix something different for me." So like I don't know. I'm just stuck right now. And working at Chick-fil-A has been really hard because, who doesn't want a chicken sandwich and a biscuit? But I don't know. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there.
What is he like?
So he used to be really good at eating healthy stuff, and then now all of a sudden, just like in the last couple of weeks, he wants to snack on like snack food. Like I made Parmesan chicken and potatoes in the crock pot today. Freaking delicious. And he wouldn't touch it. And he loves chicken and he loves potatoes, or he loved chicken and potatoes, but now he won't touch it. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
Does
I
he tell
would
you why? He just is not interested.
I think so. I talked to his doctor because he had his 18-month checkup last week, and she said it could just be, he's in that phase right now. He just wants to snack. He's teething. He's getting his last like 4 teeth in. So I think it could be that too. But it's so funny how he wants to snack on crackers and like Cheerios and things like that, but he doesn't want like food. I don't know. I forget. I guess since Raylan is like 3 now, I forget how all that is, even though it really wasn't that long ago. But she's
It's a
never,
long time. It's a long time.
and she was never a picky eater. She still eats everything.
I
So,
would I would challenge you to make it fun for them. So I would definitely look on Body, like you can just go on the search bar and look for fun snacks or snacks for kids or like Halloween themed things. I'm not a parent, but I do have a niece and I've seen her go through these phases because she's 5 now. And like, I think my parents just didn't expose us to a lot of things. So I didn't eat seafood until I was like in my 20s and other things like vegetables were like frozen and there's nothing wrong with that, but like they just didn't have time. So it was like on the go stuff all the time. I had Pop-Tarts and toaster strudels and all the bad processed shit that you're not supposed to have. So I didn't know nutrition until literally I started Body. I mean, I knew like, oh, eat healthy, but like, what does that really mean? And we all know it's very mindset driven. Like you said, it's all intention. And that's exactly what Rachel was kind of reiterating. But I think as parents, like it's our job to expose them and shift and train their mind that like, okay, this is what we do in our house, right? Like we don't have Cheerios until we have this ghost snack, or like there's you can have that once we finish this kind of thing. And I've seen that work well for my niece. That there just isn't, I mean, obviously I'm not like giving you parenting advice or anything, but I think that like making it fun and finding options that are just like different variety and exposing it to them and like maybe including them, hey, I want to make these like pumpkin looking things and it's like made out of carrots or stuff like that. I think you could get really creative with it, and it could be something you could share too, Danielle. Like that is so relatable for a mom that is struggling with their child going through phases of eating. Not saying that nutrition has to be your thing, but I think in your stories for sure that could be a great way as you're trying to navigate and figure that out, like asking your audience, hey, have you guys ever experienced this? But there's so much on Body we don't take advantage of. So if you have a problem like that, get in the search bar and look for it, because I guarantee you you got something, Rachel?
Yeah, I've been looking at the blog a lot recently about like
Yeah.
recipes and stuff to try. They have a blog, 43 kid-friendly recipes, and one of them is like a broccoli tater tot. It looks like a tater tot, but it's made out of broccoli and like panko breadcrumbs or something. There's like a bell pepper that they cut like a face of jack-o'-lantern in. So like I know he's young. I mean, he's 18 months, right?
right.
So, I mean, some of those things might be too old for him, but your daughter could help and like really get into it. And if he sees both of you guys are involved and like doing something together, like he's gonna want to try to do it too. But yeah, I would totally like, you have a lot of mom followers. I would be like, y'all, my 18-month-old is not eating anything and this is brand new. I need advice. They will give you so much advice that it will be like, mom, you'll have to sift through it. So, I mean, just open it up and see what your people can help you with. And then you in turn can then like help each other. You know what I mean? Like build the connection. That's instant connection right there. Cause moms just want to tell you what they think. And some of them you're going to use and some of them you're not going to use. But like, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys. I didn't even know that Body had something for that. Like I look at a lot of To Be mindset stuff because there's one thing, the mozzarella sticks that Lana had. I plan on making those this week sometime when I'm off. So I bought everything that I needed for that. And there was something else that I just made recently that Lana had, and it was super freaking good. And my husband was like, "Oh my God, this was really good." And I said, "See, she's got really good recipes." And I was like, "The stuff's not bad. Like, it's legit food."
I mean, she has kids, she has a husband, and they eat it. So like,
Exactly.
used to it, but still, like, it's kid approves, husband approves, like things are gonna taste.
But I will definitely, when we get off this call, I'm definitely going to get on there and check it out.
Yeah, Rachel put it in the chat. So,
Yeah.
I think like infusing fun into food makes it more open-minded for your kids. And especially with Halloween and the holidays coming up, like so many great ideas to like make a pumpkin, make a turkey, make a ghost, so that like, yeah, you might think that the chicken parmesan is freaking amazing, but maybe they just need that little extra fun on the side of like a side dish that you're all having that probably vegetables should go with it anyways. Like, how can you integrate that fun into your food that might be an extra step for you, but like anything else, once you get into the groove of it, it will be just second nature.
And I was from a family kind of like Danielle's where we were on the go all the time. And if it was a home cooked meal, I didn't have any options. It was that or I wasn't eating. So
Mhm.
I mean, we don't want to put, I'm a teacher, so we don't want to put negative reinforcement on eating, but that needs to be like a precedent. Like, this is what we're making you, or you're going to have to find something yourself. Like, of course, that was
Kind of like what I do now, which I know it kind of sounds terrible, but at this point, I'm just like, look, if you don't eat what I make you, you're just going to starve until breakfast time. Like, I'm sorry. And I know like there's some moms who are like, why would you do that to your kid? I I was brought up like that. If I didn't eat what was on my plate, then I'm just going to be hungry until the next day.
right.
So, and I mean, I don't want them thinking that, if they don't eat what I want them to, they're going to get what they want. No, that's not how it's going to happen in this house.
Right. Yeah,
You're gonna
because that's the
listen
alternative.
or
Is like if
yeah.
they don't eat, then you're gonna try to figure out what to give them, and then they're gonna be manipulating you in that regard. So
Yep.
like you got to do either or. No, neither of them are good choices, but you kind of have to pick what works for you.
Right.
Well, I'm excited to see the fun that you bring because I do think like, even if it is like, do you want this or this? These are the options we're having. I think that allows them to have an opinion and be a part of what you're doing too. And you might get some more receptivity is the word I think I was looking for. It's Sunday night. The other thing I want to share, and then I'll let you guys go so we keep this short and sweet. I was thinking about this weekend because I'm preparing to go to my best friend's wedding, and it's not just like, a night. I'm going away for 5 days. It's my best friend. It's a whole weekend long extravaganza where I don't have control over the food and I can't just go buy my own groceries, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So some things that I do is to control what you can control, right? We were putting together the food list for like breakfast before the wedding. And so she obviously asked my opinion, and I was like, fruit would be great and this would be great. And so kind of putting my insights in that way was helpful, which I know you don't always have the option, but I do have the option to bring my Shakeology, which I pretty much do on every single trip I travel. It is easy and the packets are so simple. I'm already told her I'm bringing my Hydrate and my Energize, and she's like, great, we will need that. So my friends know now how much this is a part of my life, to the point where I went and painted pumpkins with my friends this weekend, and we went to the grocery store and they were like, what do you want to pick out to have for a snack? And I think that that's like really awesome. And I know not everybody's going to be that way, because I still have to remind my mom, I'm like, I'm not dieting. I'm intentionally choosing to fuel my body right when I'm doing gut protocol. But that's a story for another day. So I think when it comes to events and being away and traveling, it is a BS mentality that you still can't do this, because I actually love the challenge of being away and still feeling good. And it's challenging, but that's the beautiful part about it, is I get to also expose the people I'm around to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Like, I don't know all the people that are going to be there. And to me, it's an opportunity to say, like, this is important to me and this is why, and this is how it's helped me. And it opens up the door to exposing others to how awesome this community is. Obviously, I wasn't always like that, but bottom line is I bring the stuff that helps me. So I'm bringing Last Thing to help me sleep better. I'm bringing Shakeology to make each day, even if I have to just shake it with water and it's not ideal, but you know, my gut's going to feel better doing it. I'm bringing Energize and Hydrate because I'm definitely getting in workouts, and we already scheduled time to do that because my best friend knows that we feel better when we do that together. And we've done that on a couple of trips. So I think that it's just important to remember you making the choice to live this lifestyle and sharing it confidently because you are saying no to something or you're choosing a different option than what everybody else is doing is actually really brave and courageous, and showing other people that it's possible to live a life that maybe isn't what everyone else is doing, but serves you and your family. And I think that that's a beautiful choice, and applaud you guys all for making that. I actually had a challenger message me today, and she was like, I've been in the car for 21 hours, but I'm so excited to start this new block this month. Please add me to the challenge. And so I think we just take for granted sometimes, like, how much just us staying committed to something. And I'm not talking about being perfect, because y'all know I'm going to have champagne. I'm going to eat the food that I want to eat. I'm not on gut
Given.
protocol this week. Okay. Like, let's just be real and honest. And I think that's important, because you're not supposed to just never enjoy anything.
The
And
balancing act. It's a balancing act. Yeah.
but I know that my workout routine is set, and I know when I come back home, it makes it easier to lean back into the things that make me feel good. And pro tip, always go to the grocery store on your way home from the airport so your fridge is full for the next day and ready to rock. So those are my tips for the holidays. Anything else you guys want to add? All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you on Zoom tomorrow, starting the first Monday of the month strong. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. And Allie and Rachel will bring you guys some awesome hype next week in training. And let's make it a goal to bring each a challenger on the following community call, because I think these are important conversations to have and we all can use it. So thank you guys for being here, and I hope you have a great Monday.
Y'all too. See ya.
Daniel, are you taking a picture?
Okay.
Perfect.
Yay.
Yay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.